Hello, and thank you for tuning in to Embracing Budgets. This is your girl Rochelle. In today's video, yes, y'all, as you saw by the title, I am going to be stuffing my monthly cash wallet, but also I am just going to be talking about my goals for 2026. Now, you're probably saying, Shell, girl, uh, we got a little bit of time before 2026 come. Y'all, we about to sneeze and it's about to be Christmas. No, we about to sneeze and it's going to be Thanksgiving. We going to cough right after that and it's going to be Christmas. 2026 is basically here. It's at our door. But we have some time to do some things before we even go into the new year, if you celebrate it that way. Me, myself, I'm transitioning to my New Year's being my birthday. So we're going to do what we're going to do. Okay? All right. Anywho, so let's go ahead and stuff our monthly cash wallet. I am a month ahead cash budgeter, so I stuff my cash wallet for the cash needs that I know I'm going to need for the month, not by paycheck, because like I said, I'm a month ahead. Well, actually, by now I am 2 months ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out what we already need to go ahead and pull out. I've already taken out the money that was left over from last year that was going towards the credit card that I put that on. Excuse me. So I've already situated that money and taken it back to the bank. So we're just going to go one by one and then also talk about my goals. Okay. So for groceries, as always, we're going to put the $300 in. Oh, side note, this is all of my money for the cash, my cash wallet, and my savings challenges, for my monthly savings challenges, I should say. So this is $889. Yes, $889. Okay, so that's that with that. Okay, so for groceries, we have our monthly of $300 right here. Okay, so let's talk about my first goal. My first goal is always, and I've been accomplishing this every year for the past 4 or 5 years now, is for me to get another month ahead. Now, you're probably saying, like, if you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, girl, like, why in the world is you for gas and stuff in $60? If you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, girl, why aren't you 4 or 5 months ahead? The reason being is that sometimes I will allocate those funds to something else. But I will say this. The second I got 1 month ahead, I made sure I at minimum stayed 1 month ahead. I will say that. I have always, since that first time, always been strategically 1 month ahead. And it just makes it better for me to always be 1 month ahead, so that I even count that money, those funds, into my emergency fund, so that I'm not living immediate paycheck to paycheck. So as of right now, though I'm 2 months ahead by paychecks, essentially, I am also, I have another about 1.5 months saved in my emergency fund. So technically I'm like 3.5 months ahead, if you will, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here we go. We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I had $80 left over. And of course I have some traveling to do for the holidays, for Christmas, and for Thanksgiving coming up. Okay. My next goal, eating out, is $60. My next 2026 goal will be for me to track my credit score more diligently. I will say this year, I did not do it well at all with tracking my credit score. I just knew when it fluctuated based off of just primarily one app, but pretty much all of the credit cards, if you have a major credit card, usually from Citibank, Capital One, Chase, even from like some of your charge accounts, charge card accounts, they will give you an update on what your credit score is. So you're able to track it that way. Now I'm just going to track it once a month, usually around about the first of the month, so that I can make sure that, my credit score, see how it's improving. See when I pay down debt a certain way that it improves as much as it is. I put $10 in miscellaneous, and I'm not adding anything to personal. So because personal right now is $45, okay? And nothing goes in Matcha, and then my receipts, okay? Another thing that I will be keeping track of is this right here, my cash wallet. What I was doing this year was I would take the money out of the bank, put the charges, groceries, gas, and that sort of thing on one of my credit cards where I get perks and points and frequent flyer miles and all that stuff. I will put it on my credit card and then take the money out of my cash wallet and then pay that credit card bill. Come next year, I'm playing it by ear. For the first quarter, I'm going to be doing everything with cash. So my little cash coin saver right here that I got from Miss Budgeting Just Because, Miss Chris, and her fall box, I will be putting those coins in this box because I want to use cash for everything right now. I've gotten a little bit out of control with charging everything on to my credit cards. It's gotten just a little bit too out of control. Lately, it's like I'm doing what I broke doing when I first started my budgeting journey. I'm reaching for that card. Like, reaching for that card is so easy, and that's how you get sidetracked and distracted on how much you're spending. I used to do that all the time with my debit card, and I would just lose track of my funds. So now, instead of me doing that, I'm going to go back to using the cash that's on hand, and I will be most definitely tracking my spending, keeping all of my receipts, because you know it's so easy to get rid of a receipt. I'm going to be tracking all of my receipts and making sure I track all of my expenses that way, because I'm using the cash in the wallet. At least, I would say at minimum, at least for the first quarter, because I do really want to get back and make sure that I am earning as many points, you know, frequent flyer miles. I want to go on vacations and stuff. I got plans to travel and everything, and I can't do that if I'm using just cash. But I have to get back to the basics of making sure that I'm using the money that I have, not the credit that I have, if that makes sense, okay? Next up, I'm going to be wanting to save $5,000 to put towards my sinking funds through my savings challenges, okay? So I have my sinking funds that don't get that much love to them, because I save with cash in my savings challenges. But I also have my auto savings, a certain percentage comes out of my paycheck that goes straight to my high yield savings account. So I want to pay just a little bit more attention to my sinking funds, but they will be funded through any savings challenges that I do. And I might focus in just a little bit more on making sure that the challenge that I choose go towards the sinking fund that I need to populate, okay? Or I should say that I need to fund more diligently. I want to lower my debt. Like I said, I got a little crazy paying off cards and charging them right back up. It's ridiculous, and just I'm so disgusted with a lot of my spending habits. That's why I need to go straight back to the basics. That's my mantra for 2026. Back to the basics of paying down debt and making sure that we get things done. So I want to lower my overall consumer debt. I want to lower it, and I want to be realistic. I want to lower it, say, by a minimum of 33%. And I think chances are I could do more than that, but I want to be realistic and say, you know what? We're going to lower this thing by 33, minimum by 33%. And I will have those final numbers come the beginning of the year, because of course I don't know what they are as of right now, but that's my goal for that. Did I say I wanted to get another month ahead? Yes. Oh, well, if I didn't say it, of course, as always, I want to get another month ahead. And I also want to be just a little bit more focused on being realistic on how much I save to go towards my emergency fund. My emergency fund, like I said, is on autopilot with auto savings from my job. So all of that money that goes to that account, I want to make sure that I put a specific amount towards my emergency fund, but the rest of that money I want to put back towards my sinking funds, because I do need to concentrate towards that. Also, because even though I've been in this apartment for over a year, it's still not decorated the way I want it to be. So I'm going to need to get budgets and really focus in on making sure I have a budget for the things that I want. Me decorating my apartment, also me going on vacations and that sort of thing, because one of the things that I've experienced so much this past year is burnout and just feeling so tired. And now I'm realizing why my job gives us so much time off, because because of the simple matter of fact that we need it. We need that time off. I accumulate approximately over 100 hours of PTO every single year, and we're only allowed to roll over but so much. So right about now, yeah, I still have, even though I have time off scheduled, I still have time that I need to take off, and we have 60 days left in this year. A little shy of 60 now. By now, a little shy of 60, I should say. So yeah, those are my goals for this year, for me to get another month ahead, for me to focus on tracking all of my expenses, making sure that I'm budgeting for everything I want, home decor, vacations and such. I want to lower my debt by 33%. I want to save $5,000 to go towards my sinking funds. One of them being $3,500, about $3,500. Also $3,500 saving for my emergency sinking fund from my auto savings, and also for me to track my credit score, because of course I want to buy a home and that sort of thing. So yeah, and I don't like my credit score being all low and all that jazz. Okay. But that is it, y'all. Those are my goals. Like I said, not that many, and all of these goals are really, really simple. I'm hoping that, not even hoping, I'm going to claim it. I'm going to achieve all of these goals in 2026. I will have a beautifully furnished house that was budgeted and planned for. You know, I'm going to lower my debt. I'm going to save the money I need to save, and I'm going to increase my credit score and my savings in my emergency fund. And I'm going to be another month ahead. Yes. I thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Now is the time for us to lock in and focus in. The time is to start now if you want to see what you can do in the next year. Don't wait for the new year. Don't wait for the new year. Do it now. I thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to stay blessed, stay beautiful, and remember to keep budgeting and saving. Bye.